looking back, I didn't feel particularly unwell. I was just going on as usual with my life. I was tired and a bit short of breath, and I was a great walker, and I used to walk with a group of friends once a week, and it just sort of, I suddenly would say, oh gosh, I'm getting puffed, you know. Yes, I was given a diagnosis, yes. And it wasn't very bright, and so I had the surgery, but then things went wrong with that first lot of surgery, so I needed a second lot about 14 days later. I had to face the question, now do you want chemotherapy, do you want to go on with this or not? And I was a bit ambivalent really. If it had been just me, I'd have probably said no. But the family was saying, oh, you know, do all you can, Mum. So I thought, well, if I don't try, I'll never know. So I started on the chemo, and the first 2 cycles went really well, but towards the end of the third cycle I began to get a lot of nasty side effects, so really had to stop and was hospitalised with various things that, you know, a bit of renal failure and just various things like that. And
then did you stop the chemotherapy?
I stopped the chemotherapy, yep.
Was that a difficult decision to take?
No, not really, because the side effects were so awful that I decided. And I talked it over with the oncologists, who are wonderful, but never really try and make up your mind. I said, look, I think if I'm going to get side effects like this, is there any point in going on? And they sort of said, well, probably not, but that's up to you.
When were you referred to hospice?
Well, right in the early stages, my first appointment with the oncologist before I started chemo was, had I heard about the hospice and how did I feel about it. So I said, no, I felt quite good about that. And I could see by the amount of secondary I had that I was going to run into trouble probably anyway at some stage. So no, I was quite open to that, yeah.
And so when did the hospice become involved? When did you meet the team from the hospice, and when did they...
Well, they sent somebody out and I met them with their community-based nurses, came out and had a chat to me at home. And at that stage I was chugging along, not too badly.
So was it quite good to have met them when you were chugging along quite well?
Yes, it was good. Yes, it was good. Yes, yes.
So what has it meant for you having hospice involved, given that you're in the unusual, I guess, place of having worked in the hospice?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that was for you?
Well, I think it made it a lot easier for me, not harder. I had some feelings, because a lot of the staff I work with are actually still on staff, and a lot are new, so I was a bit worried about how they would cope. Not cope, I knew they'd cope, but how they would feel about looking after me. From going from a colleague to someone to be, yes. But they have seemed fine with it, they've been wonderful.
Jenny, could you tell us how you think the hospice has helped you, and then maybe talk a little bit about how the hospice has helped your family and your friends?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's been a wonderful help to me. I feel I can talk quite freely to them about all sorts of things that I may not... Well, I would talk freely to my family about, but because there's that bond from a while ago, you know, that's probably easier for me. But, and it's made me look at another aspect of myself, of course, you know, how I changed from being a colleague and things to now being on the receiving end of their care.
Do you feel different inside?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No.
And what services have you used from what services have you sort of been involved with in the hospice?
Well, apart from coming in and out, and Helen, my nurse, coming to see me.
Yeah.
Not a lot yet.
No.
The last time when I was discharged from hospital, I wasn't quite ready to go home and mobilise. I was mobilising, but pretty slowly and with a lot of pain. So I then went on the waiting list for some radiotherapy, which I've had to the knee and the shoulder and my pelvis, and I'm just waiting now for some more on the knee, which is flared up again, and both my hip bones, both my femurs. So that's why I'm having a sort of extended stay here at the minute, because it's...
Have you had some pretty serious pain?
Yes, very serious.
Has it been managed, Jenny?
It's been very well managed. I mean, there are some bits of it, just certain movements and things, which I'm just going to have to learn to deal with, but the pain itself has been really well managed. You know you can come in here and it's slightly more relaxed.
Is it unhurried? Does it feel?
Yeah, it's unhurried. And I know that if things aren't coming right as quickly as they want, then a few more days probably isn't going to make a big difference to them.
Absolutely. And what about for your family? How do you think the hospices? What do you think the hospices meant?
Oh, well, they just sort of fold them in too and treat them nicely. It's lovely, yes. And my husband, who's in his 80s now and a bit frail with heart disease and things, it's been great for him. He's been absolutely wonderful, and I would have never seen this if I'd never got ill like this, that side of him. Yes, he has been, because I've been the one that's sort of done the looking after at home mainly with his heart problems and things, and now it's sort of turned full circle. So
it's very special, isn't it?
It is. It's been great. It's been a side of him I may never have ever realised.
Is that one of the gifts?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I know it's a strange thing to say when you're facing such a...
Yeah, it is a gift, yeah. It's more a gift than anything else. Yeah. I've been calm all along. I haven't really been too worried about time frame or how long things are going to be, or desperate to get a few more months or anything.
Is that about accepting?
I think it's just about accepting where I am and accepting that. And I think it's helped, actually. Yeah.
Because you're not pushing.
Yeah, I'm not pushing.
Anything.
Yeah.
You seem to be very.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of anything?
No, I don't think so. No, I think I'm not afraid of death. The way I die, I suppose, is a bit of a worry, but it isn't really a huge worry, because I can see they get their pain relief, and from nursing and hospices I know they get the pain relief pretty.
What would you say to other people who have a serious life-threatening illness? What would you say to them?
I think I'd just say go and, knowing that they're going to do their best for you, trusting that they will, but knowing that they really do have the skills and the expertise and the sort of compassion that wraps around you. It'll be a huge help to you, I think. Yeah.
Can you understand why people are afraid?
Yes, I can understand why people are afraid. Yeah. I don't have a strong religious belief, but I believe there's somebody there, something bigger than us, that keeps an eye on us. So.
Is that helpful?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I think it is. Yes, yeah.
And what would you say to family members who might be worried or might be anxious about their loved one coming into the service?
Oh, just to embrace it, just to really make the most of it, that they can only gain from it if they're open to do that. I don't want myself to be defined about how I've been in the last few months of my life. I want it.
This is a tiny part of your life.
Yeah, tiny.
And your whole life is...
Yeah.
That's a very important thing that you've just said, isn't it? That you
I don't know. No, I don't want to be defined by just a tiny amount of time, really, in a whole life of 76 years.
Yes. And we've done wonderful things.
Yes, having had a a good family
Yes.
and interesting children and, you know, grandchildren and things. So just I'm very content with them myself and very grateful to the hospice movement that there are such things as hospices. Yes. Yeah.